Why do I still think about the cable guy who met my premature son? It was just a few days after I came home from the hospital with my newborn son. He had been born over a month early, so we spent a whole week in the hospital, watching monitors, listening to beeps, and waiting for doctors to say he was strong enough to leave. Even at home, he felt impossibly small in my arms, fragile as porcelain. I was exhausted, emotional, and honestly scared. Every tiny sound made me jump. I kept checking his breathing, holding him close, and feeling a weight of responsibility I had never known before. Being alone with him, even for a few minutes, felt overwhelming. Then the sky cable broke. Normally, I wouldn't have cared, but during those quiet, lonely nights, the silence was almost unbearable. So I scheduled a technician to come while my husband was at work. I remember opening the door and stepping back slightly. The man who walked in was enormous, absolutely massive. He had to duck slightly to get through the door, and I swear my heart skipped a beat. I was alone with my tiny newborn, and suddenly here was this giant stranger in our home. He must have seen it on my face because he laughed, a warm, booming laugh, and said, "Don't worry, I get blimey, he's a giant all the time." Somehow, just those words made me relax a little. We walked into the living room, and his eyes fell on my son in the bassinet. His expression softened immediately. "Congratulations on your son," he said, and there was something in his voice, calm, genuine, that made my chest tighten. Then he studied me for a moment and added, "You look a little tense. Rough week?" I don't know why I told him, but I did. I explained everything. How my baby had been born prematurely. How we'd only been home for a couple of days. How scared I still was. My words trembled, and my voice broke a little, but he just listened. And then he laughed softly and said, "I was premature too. Doctors didn't think I'd grow much either. Now look at me, nearly 7 foot. Your little guy? He's going to be tall too. Mark my words." As he finished fixing the cable, he paused by the bassinet. He bent down slightly and placed a folded $100 bill next to my son. "For his first savings," he said, "he's going to do just fine." I tried to protest, but he just smiled and waved, then left. I stood there holding my tiny baby, feeling a strange mix of awe, gratitude, and hope. A complete stranger had read my expressions, noticed my fear, celebrated my son, and somehow eased my heart. That one moment of kindness, simple, quiet, human, stayed with me. Years later, my tiny premature baby is nearly 13 and almost 6 feet tall, towering over my 5 feet 4 inches frame. Every time I see him, I remember that giant man.